Serving the happy hormones cocktail is a very unique way of sterilizing the emotions of your children whenever you are at home as a father.
As fathers create a stable environment at home, we serve the happy hormone cocktail. Think about serving a nice, satisfying drink with great ingredients, and everyone at home says, "Wow, this is so good. I want more." Most fathers don't realize that their emotional state affects their children on the brain-body system. How we show up at home affects how our children function. When we show up stressed or angry, it affects their body and brain system. They pick up our stress, they feel down, they lose focus, they get frightened and demotivated, and they detach from you. But when you show up in a good mood, they get energized, they're ready to engage with you. They get excited and happy, and you activate good hormones helpful for optimal functioning.
And there are at least 5 key hormone secretions that are affected. And they are oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, immunoglobulin A, and cortisol. Let's take a look at and speak a word of mirror neurons. Mirror neurons were found in the 1990s quite accidentally, and they are major player in determining our emotional atmosphere. Mirror neurons work like this. When I smile, it makes you smile. When I yawn, it makes you yawn. So that is practically how they work. And fathers need to ensure that environment is right for the secretion of this happiness cocktail.
Oxytocin, for example, is the chemical that creates the feeling of contentment, calmness, security, and trust. Oxytocin is often secreted from physical contact with a loved one, like an embrace, a good, healthy, and light moment between a dad and his child. Dopamine is the pleasure hormone directly linked to reward-motivated behavior. Dopamine motivates us to keep doing something that is pleasurable and leads us to strive towards a goal. This is a chemical essential for learning new things. Serotonin is a mood stabilizer that is secreted when we focus on the positive. Serotonin also reduces anxiety.
How do you speak to your smaller children? Do you try to be on the same level with them so that they can comfortably see a friend in front of them on an eye-to-eye contact with your child? When they tell you their bad stories and you are able, as a father that is intentional with his child, to bring the best out of that bad moment, and you're able to help them navigate, to see through the positive story of their bad story. You give them hope that they are able to pick themselves up even in their fallen state. Kids are not always right all the time. And sometimes they're looking for who to share their weaknesses with. So if you're that father that you are able to be so open to your child and help them gain confidence when they confide in you by fathering our home in such a way that our home becomes the epitome of example to other homes to follow. They will come to you. They will ask you quality questions. How do you become so successful in your home? And then now you will share your super story with them.
Immunoglobulin A, IgA, as I say it from now on. IgA plays a large role in our immunization against sicknesses. So, if you are negative or angry for more than 5 minutes, the body stops secreting IgA, and you are more prone to illnesses. They have also found out that being negative or angry it has negative side effects on your learning, for example. So if, for instance, I, as a teacher, start my class with rage and anger, it makes my students more vulnerable to these sicknesses, of course, but it makes them more difficult to learn new things as well. That is quite frightening, I think.
What we should watch out is for the harmful chemical called cortisol. Cortisol is produced in stressful environments, and when cortisol floods the brain, it weakens your immune system response, and it makes you feel tired. Cortisol impairs your concentration, which impacts short and long-term memory and prevents you from learning effectively. Cortisol also lowers your discretion and clouds your thinking.
These hormones, they are very important in many areas of our lives, and there are just 5 of them at this point. So, it is important how we live our lives and how we take care of ourselves, because these hormones really blend into a happy hormone cocktail. And it is good for me, it's good for you and our family.
As fathers, let's serve the happiness cocktail at home and let's stay alert from harmful cortisol.